Synonymous with white stilettos, vajazzles and everyday sexism, and home to our next guest who has revisited her much-maligned county to reclaim the bold, brave and radical women who embody its spirit. Please welcome my very favourite Essex girl, Sarah Perry. Thank you for coming to the show.
It's a joy, thank you. It's just, I know that people keep saying the same thing, but after so long of being shut away from faces we love and faces we've never seen before, it's such a joy. Thank you all so much for coming and for asking me here.
It is an absolute pleasure. I read this book during lockdown and it gave me such joy. It's one of those, I have to say, it looked bigger online. It is a very short book. It's sort of kind of a manifesto in a way, also an invocation, a sort of prayer in a way, and I absolutely loved it. And I'd love you to read a wee bit from it for us before we get into our chat.
Thank you. Left to my own devices, I might have given little thought to the county where I was born and to its various regional ghosts. My Britishness seems to me largely an administrative matter, and I'd no more think to be proud of my Englishness than of my fingernails or feet. But the fact that I'm an Essex girl has been more difficult to evade or deny. As a child and teenager, when visiting towns in other counties or arriving in 1998 at the Polytechnic in Cambridge, where I studied English, I was asked where I came from or where I lived, and would find my response met with a knowing smile. "An Essex girl," they'd say, laughing, and look me up and down for evidence in the manner of a witch-finder seeking a suspicious wart. "An Essex girl? I see." It seems curious to me now that it was never necessary to ask what it was they meant. I understood without explanation that an Essex girl was a contemptible thing, if not absolutely beyond a sort of mocking affection. She was blonde, if not naturally so, and if her clothes altered with the fashion of the years, they altered only slightly, and were always designed to display a body that rested precisely on the boundary between desirability and repulsion. She wore leopard print. She wore stiletto heels. She was not stupid exactly, but devoted what intellect she had to the acquisition of sexual partners and the ramshackle care of innumerable squabbling children. She was certainly not educated, nor did she wish to be. She lived in council housing. I understood that this was to be considered a mortal sin, and when she danced, which was often, she danced around her handbag. This handbag was white patent leather, and from the rear-view mirror of her car, she hung fluffy pink dice. She was called Tracy, or possibly Sharon. She was all appetite. Anne Boleyn had spent a good deal of time in Essex, and this probably explained her scheming, rapacious behaviour, her determination to get her man. Essex girls normally come in twos, wrote Germaine Greer in The Guardian in 2001, with relish that betrays her contempt. Both behind pushchairs with large infants in them. The Essex girl is tough, loud, vulgar and unashamed. When she and her mates descend upon Southend for a rave, even the bouncers grow pale. The idea of the Essex girl has been so broadly accepted and so deeply embedded in the British psyche that in 1999 the British Medical Journal published the article "Are there excess Sharons in genito-urinary clinics?"
Oh my God!
Are those Essex girls, Tracy, Sandra and Sharon, really women of easy virtue, researchers wondered, and set about totting up the names of patients, the female ones, mind you, attending a sexual health clinic in Southampton over a calendar year, concluding that the much-maligned Essex girls were seen half as often as expected, and by a considerable margin, the most commonly seen name was, in fact, Sarah.
But it's all cleared up. It's all fine. It's all fine now. It's all fine.
I'm good.